There are people who panic under pressure. Then some remain silent, sharp, and unshaken, like a mountain in the storm. One such person is Ayanokoji. He doesn't need to raise his voice. He doesn't need to prove anything. His control speaks louder than words. But here's the truth most people miss. That kind of mental power isn't magic. It's not luck. And it's not something you're born with. It's built intentionally, carefully, and over time. And today you're going to learn exactly how to build it for yourself. Not with vague advice or empty motivation, but with a complete, science-backed, step-by-step framework that will teach you how to stay calm in chaos, make decisions under pressure, detach from emotional impulses, build real resilience, and rewire your brain for long-term control. This is the blueprint for elite composure, forged from neuroscience, psychology, ancient philosophy, and practical action. So if you've ever struggled with overthinking, panic, self-doubt, or emotional breakdowns, stay with this video. Because by the end, you won't just understand mental strength, you'll know how to train it. Why most people collapse under pressure. Here is the brutal truth. Most people don't break because of life's weight. They break because they never train their minds to carry it. Think about it. Why do people freeze in job interviews? Why do students panic during exams? Why do smart individuals make terrible decisions in high-stakes moments? It all comes down to three core problems. Emotions override logic. The brain panics under stress. There is no mental framework to process challenges. In short, when life turns up the heat, most people melt. And if we dig even deeper, we find that most of these issues come from a lack of training. We spend years learning math, memorizing facts, and passing tests, but almost no time learning how to think clearly under pressure, how to regulate emotions, or how to build mental armor. This is why mental toughness seems rare. Not because it's impossible, but because it's never taught. Until now. The foundation of mental strength is building your inner framework, and it starts building from the ground up. First, we need a strong mental framework. What does that mean? A mental framework is the lens through which you view the world. It's how you interpret struggle, how you handle failure, how you respond to threats. Without this, your mind becomes a house without structure. A strong wind, one bad day, can knock everything down. But with the right framework, you can stand firm, even in the middle of chaos. To build that, you need one core idea. Knowledge turns chaos into clarity. Let's say you're in a difficult moment, uncertain, overwhelmed. Your thoughts are all over the place. This is what we call psychological chaos. But the more mental knowledge and perspective you've trained yourself with, the more quickly your mind can organize that chaos, interpret it, and act with clarity. This is where your intellectual diet becomes critical. Just like your body becomes what you eat, your mind becomes what you consume. If you feed it only entertainment and shallow information, don't be surprised when it crumbles under real pressure. But if you regularly challenge your mind with philosophy, history, literature, or deep ideas, you're lifting psychological weights. For example, reading Dostoevsky's The Brothers Karamazov or studying the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius isn't just about learning facts. It's about exposing your brain to the raw truths of life. Suffering, failure, ethics, survival, and meaning. This shapes your inner map, your ability to navigate through storms. So, one of your first steps. Feed your mind deliberately. Learn to see suffering as transformation. See setbacks as part of growth. And never let pain go to waste. Because a strong mind doesn't run from difficulty. It knows exactly how to turn it into fuel. Emotional control is the skill that changes everything. Ayanokoji's most famous trait is his emotional control. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't get dragged by emotions. He doesn't let fear or anger decide his next move. This isn't natural. It's trained. Let's break down how you can build that kind of emotional control. 1. Label the emotion. The first step is awareness. Most people feel a surge of emotion, fear, anger, sadness, and they immediately react. But research shows that the simple act of naming an emotion activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for reasoning and self-control. So instead of just saying, "I feel terrible," be specific. Say, "I'm feeling anxious about this conversation. I'm frustrated because my goals feel distant." This doesn't just give you clarity, it reduces the emotional charge. 2. Time box the emotion. Here's a powerful method used by elite performers. Set a timer. Give yourself 2 to 5 minutes to fully feel and explore the emotion. Cry if you must. Journal. Think deeply. But when the timer ends, return to action. Why? Because emotional regulation doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means giving them space but not letting them rule the day. Over time, this habit trains your brain to deal with emotions like data, not disasters. It gives you distance, perspective, and power. This is how calm is built. Rewire your brain for focus and control is the science of meditation. You've heard it before. But now it's time to take it seriously. Meditation is not optional. Why? Because meditation physically rewires your brain. Specifically, it strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the same region responsible for decision-making, emotional regulation, and focus. Studies show that regular meditation increases cortical thickness, enhances gray matter, and improves stress tolerance. In simple terms, it builds your brain like a muscle. Here's how to start. Begin with 5 to 10 minutes each morning. Sit in silence. Focus on your breath. When thoughts come, don't fight them. Observe them, then return to the breath. This trains you to watch your mind instead of becoming it. And the more you observe, the less you react. Eventually, even when pressure rises, you'll remain centered, just like Ayanokoji. The discipline of daily behavioral is adjustments. Mental toughness isn't just what happens inside the brain. It's also built by what you do every day. Here are 2 simple but powerful behavioral shifts. 1. Morning visualization. Each morning, close your eyes and walk through your upcoming day. See the challenges clearly: a tense meeting, a workout, a stressful conversation. Then visualize yourself handling each with calm and confidence. This primes your neural pathways. Your brain becomes familiar with the challenge before it even begins. When the moment comes, you've already been there in your mind. 2. Controlled discomfort. You grow by stepping out of your comfort zone. So each day, intentionally do something difficult. Take a cold shower. Skip the elevator. Tackle the hardest task first. Fast for a few hours longer. This builds what psychologists call distress tolerance, your ability to remain calm even in the face of discomfort. Elite minds are not built with ease. They're sculpted by controlled stress. Beyond physical benefits, intermittent fasting serves as a mental training tool. When you fast, your brain learns that discomfort is temporary. Hunger becomes a test of discipline, and your focus sharpens without constant digestion. Fasting teaches your mind to wait, to endure, to stay calm even when the body complains. This isn't just health, it's mental fortification. Now here's the secret trap that destroys mental strength more than anything else: the illusion of control. Many people think mental toughness means controlling everything. But this mindset creates tension, anxiety, and frustration. You can't control every outcome. You can't force people to agree with you. You can't stop every failure. You can't make life obey your plan. But you can control one thing: your response. That is where your power lives. True mental strength is knowing the difference between what you can change and what you must accept. This principle, rooted in Stoic philosophy, is called the dichotomy of control. Mastering it sets you free. Turn silence into strength to rebuild your life. This brings it all together. You want the mind of Ayanokoji, not because it's cold or distant, but because it's precise, calm, dangerous in silence. You want to be the one who never panics, never blames, and never breaks. That's not a dream. That's a path. And now you know it. Build your worldview with powerful ideas. Label and time-box your emotions. Train your brain with meditation. Visualize your success every morning. Seek out discomfort intentionally. Practice intermittent fasting to build self-discipline. And above all, let go of what you can't control. You are not meant to be ruled by emotion. You were built for clarity, for resilience, for strategy. So the next time pressure rises, don't react. Watch, breathe, decide. Then act with the calm power of someone who has trained their mind like a weapon. This is how mental toughness is built. This is how control is earned. This is how legends are made, one moment of silence at a time. You got this. If this video helped you shift your mindset, if it gave you a new way to see pressure, discipline, or your own potential, then consider giving it a like. It tells the algorithm this message matters. And if you want more content like this, focused, deep, and built for those who want to rise above distraction, subscribe and turn on notifications. Finally, drop a comment below. What part of this video hit you the hardest? Which strategy will you use starting today? Your story could inspire someone else on this journey. Your words matter just like your growth. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and remember, the mind you train today will shape the life you live tomorrow.